evening and welcome to our 9 p.m. English news brought to you live by RTD. My name is Anna Farah. EcoBrick donation contractor EOG Foundation received a donation of 50,000 bricks. Burkina Faso terrorist deadly attack in a restaurant in Ouagadougou. And now the national news. The company of manufacturing of the material of construction of PK20 EcoBricks has made today a donation of 50,000 bricks to the foundation EOG Right to Housing. The awards ceremony was held in the presence of the Minister of the Health, Dr. Chame Ilmi Okie, the Secretary General of the Presidency, Mohamed Abdullahi Wa'ais. The director of the company has given this gift of a brick of the director of the foundation. Moreover, it is also today that took effect the new standard for the construction of the foundation EOG, which put in the end of its shipyard the construction in parking. In effect, as today, the entrepreneur of the work must use the bricks in place of parking. The reason is simply first, the bricks remain the less expensive that the barbing brick is manufactured only from a local material, does not require coating paint. It is also a plume fire and keep a constant temperature because of the climate bio. As the opportunity, this gift to the foundation of EOG. The chairman of the foundation EOG has clarified the objective of this visit was to see the proceed the manufacturing and the bricks. The company is the only for the production of ceramic of the Republic of Djibouti. It is ecological character who value the local resource, including the clay and the waste oil. In his turn, he stressed that the company allowed to strengthen the development of the sector of the housing by introducing the market building materials premises available less expensive than the important product. And finally, he recalled that create jobs that the fight against unemployment poverty, this company hiring of young Djiboutians. This morning, the Minister of Health, Dr. Chame Ilmi Okie, has received in his cabinet the main director of the hospital established and a different transfer program to discuss and endorse the budget estimated 2018 for the Department of Health. In fact, this work meeting of a schedule took place in the presence of all the directors of the program and the officials of the directors of the Ministry of the Health, but also the director of the health facilities of the level 3, such as the hospital Peltier, the hospital Sheikh of Balbala, maternity Dar Hanan, the tuberculosis center Shakib, the center of Husseina, and finally the center of Yunus Toussaint. This discussion around the estimate budget 2018 have also been brought it on the introduction of the Minister of Health, Dr. Chame Ilmi, which has formally demanded the priority be given to the purchase of drugs as well as the acquisition of equipment leading eco-medical. In order to respond effectively and sustainably to the needs of health strategy and the entire territory. This requirement of modernization of the health care of the qualification element from the roadmap presidential election in coordinates with the strategy vision Djibouti 2035. And the head of the state, His Excellency Ismail Omar Guelleh, said that the Minister of Health, it is certain that the allocation for medicine and medical equipment hold a consequence reached on the tangible in 2018 compared to the previous years. Still on the national news, the Minister of Delegation in charge of the trade and small medium-sized enterprise of the craft and tourism and the formalization has launched Monday a training for the product of the leather in premises of the Lycée Industriel and Economic. This training took place in partnership with the Institute of Leather of Comesa. The common market of the country of East Africa and the Center will continue until the 20th August. The beneficiaries of this training are mainly artisans of the leather and derived from the 5 regions of the territory. On his side, the Secretary General of the Minister of Commerce, Ali Daoud, has indicated that this training seminar is the first of its kind in Djibouti. It concerns the leader and it part of the continuity of the effort made by the government in order that the craft can increase its role on the socio-economic plan. A Chinese delegation of the logistic base of the APL met this morning with the head of the state of the National Gendarmerie, Colonel Zakaria Hassan. This Chinese delegation was held by the Captain Superior Commander of the logistic base of the Popular Liberation Army. This visit began by a maintenance at the state staff of the National Gendarmerie, or the two responsible have put in before the excellent cooperation which exists between the two countries. They are congratulating them of this cooperation between the nations on several plans and not in matter of defense. This discussion then was the objective of a tour of the several sites treated by the hospital of the Gendarmerie. The state measures are supported the months of their family. The manager of the center of Lieutenant Colonel Abu Raouf has explained. It is then the delegation Chinese military of the logistic base of Djibouti is rendered to the instruction center of the Gendarmerie of PK-23. After a brief passage at the center of the shooting, Colonel Zakaria Hassan had led the Chinese military on the side of the future national school known under the acronym of the regional vocation. This entity will open its door in September 2018 and will accommodate the Gendarmerie of Djibouti and the Francophone company training in the juridical police. A school will be equipped with the means laboratory to the height of allocation of the regional school. They are accommodate conference course and grade ceremony. This visit is closed by a projection on the evaluation of the National Gendarmerie, a lunch and exchange of gifts. The reintegration of juvenile prisoners after their liberation, it is this concept that the end of the training took place today with the prison of Gabon. The detainees to prepare the output of prison and their reintegration in the society. This workshop brought together in the inmates who have benefited of this training, the parent, the actor principal of Ar-Rahma, as well as the director of civil prison of Gabon, Mr. Mohamed Jama Yunis, this which has already operational focus on the creation of the various workshops, including plumbing, carpentering, electricity, and building. The mechanic of electricity of this objective, which revered before any humanitarian character, is restore the dialogue between the company and the offender and prepare the integration of the prisoner. This operation, which completes the action of the jail administration, passes by humanizing of the condition and the detention of the guarantee of fundamental human rights of the prisoner. The UNFD has launched this Monday at Demirchuk awareness activity on the health and education. These accompanying measures are in the framework of the implementation of the National Program of Solidarity Family. It's initiated the Secretary of the State Affairs and led by the UNFD. The antenna of the UNFD Demirchuk has therefore welcomed the workshop in the presence of the local authority, namely the sub-prefect of Demirchuk, the leader of the village, and the local elected representative. This program is directed to the women living in rural area in precaution situation, is offered them assistance to help understand the problem related to child malnutrition, the importance of the vaccination of the children, in family planning, following up of a large and nutrition pregnant woman. And now let us move on to international news. In Burkina Faso, an act of terrorists has referred a restaurant in Ouagadougou. A terrorist attack conducted in the night of yesterday to this morning by the alleged jihadis against a restaurant, the capital of Ouagadougou, has made 18 dead and a dozen injured, according to the governor of Burkina Faso. 18 people were killed and a dozen other injured in the attack, said this morning the Minister of Communication of Burkina Faso, Rémy Dannou. Around 20 hours, an attack has referred the restaurant Istanbul on the avenue of Wame Nagura, which has necessitated the intervention of the special force. The assault against the assailant has, of course, contributed to increase the number of victims. The jihadist is being removed from the hostage in the interior of the restaurant. The operation of the security forces is being completed on the same place early in the morning. The two assailants were killed, as finally clarified the Minister of Communication of Burkina Faso, Rémy Dannou. The mayor of Ouagadougou, the Minister of Security, and several senior officers has visited the scene of the attack. The avenue is empty. The passenger by immediately after the attack. Only vehicles of security forces and ambulance were visible. That is all for this evening news. Thank you for watching us and have a wonderful evening.